Good morning all. Today's topic is superior vena cava. Superior vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from the head and neck, upper limb and thorax to the heart. It is an large venous channel. It is formed by the union of right and left brachiocephalic, also called as innominate veins, behind the lower border of the first right costal cartilage close to the sternum. In this diagram we can see this is superior vena cava formed by the union of right and left brachiocephalic vein. This is right brachiocephalic vein, this is left brachiocephalic vein. So this superior vena cava, it is formed by the union of right and left brachiocephalic vein behind the lower border of, this is lower border of first right costal cartilage close to the sternum. Each brachiocephalic vein is formed behind the corresponding sternoclavicular joint by the union of subclavian and internal jugular vein. In this diagram we can see this is internal jugular and this is subclavian vein, and this is formation of brachiocephalic vein. Course of superior vena cava. Superior vena cava is 7 cm long. It begins behind the lower border of sternal end of the first right costal cartilage, pierces the pericardium opposite the second right costal cartilage, and terminates by opening into the upper part right atrium behind the third right costal cartilage. It has no walls. So in this diagram we can see this is superior vena cava, this is right brachiocephalic vein, left brachiocephalic vein, right subclavian, right internal jugular, left subclavian and left internal jugular vein. Relations of superior vena cava. Anteriorly chest wall, internal thoracic vessels, anterior margin of right pleura and lung, and this vessel is covered by pericardium anteriorly in its lower half. Posteriorly, trachea, right vagus, root of right lung posterior to the lower part, medial, ascending aorta and brachiocephalic artery, and laterally, presence of phrenic nerve with vessels. This is right phrenic and right pleura and lung. So these are the relations. Anteriorly, chest wall, internal thoracic vessels, anterior margin of right lung and pleura, posteriorly trachea, this is trachea, medially ascending aorta, this is ascending aorta, laterally phrenic nerve, this is phrenic nerve. Tributaries. The azygous vein arches over the roof of right lung and opens into superior vena cava at the level of second costal cartilage, just before it enters the pericardium. Several small mediastinal and pericardial veins. So tributaries of this superior vena cava is azygous vein and several small mediastinal and pericardial veins. Now some applied aspect. Obstruction to superior vena cava above the opening of vena azygos and below the opening of vena azygos. So when this obstruction occur, when the superior vena cava is obstructed above the opening of azygos vein. In this diagram we can see this is superior vena cava, this is vena azygos, and this is site of clot. So when the superior vena cava obstructed above the opening of azygos vein, the venous blood of upper half of the body is returned through the azygos vein, and the superficial veins are dilated on the chest up to this is costal margin, up to the costal margin. Blood from the upper limb is returned through the communicating veins, joining the veins around the scapula with the intercostal veins. The later veins of both sides drain into vena azygos. So, when there is an obstruction to superior vena cava above the opening of, this is site of clot, above the opening of vena azygos, the venous blood of the upper half of body is returned through the azygous vein, and superficial veins are dilated on the chest up to the costal margin. When obstruction to superior vena cava below the opening of vena azygos, in this diagram we can see this is superior vena cava, this is vena azygos, and this is obstruction below the opening of vena azygos. When this situation occur, the blood is returned through the inferior vena cava via the femoral vein, and the superior veins are dilated on both the chest and abdomen up to the saphenous opening in the thigh. The superficial vein connecting this lateral thoracic vein with the superficial epigastric vein is known as thoracoepigastric vein. So when there is an obstruction to superior vena cava below the opening of vena azygos, the blood is returned through the inferior vena cava via the femoral vein, and the superior veins are dilated on both chest and abdomen up to the saphenous opening in the thigh. The superficial vein connecting the lateral thoracic vein to superior epigastric vein is known as thoracoepigastric vein. So in this diagram we can see this is thoracoepigastric vein. So this is all about superior vena cava. And one more thing, in cases of mediastinal syndrome, the sign of superior vena cava obstruction are the first to appear. So this is all about superior vena cava.